So I was sharing, I've been starting to share about this being a season of being unstoppable. And somebody asked me, what does that mean? And during time with one of my sisters today, God downloaded something to me, and I wanted to share just a little tidbit of it as he is still formulating and putting everything together for me. He was sharing that, back in 2005, I started my first nonprofit organization, right? Touching Other Jews of Christ Help. If you've been in my life for a long time, you know about Touch, okay? We did some things, teen talks every month, and family events and different things, right? And so we had Touch. And then I changed the name of Touch to Youth Can a few years ago. And I kind of let it all go because I focus on Homeschool Helps in the nonprofit sector. And Homeschool Helps is going to do more things than only homeschool. But let me tell you this right here. This is the thing. He was showing me, like, back then in 2005 to, like, for a couple years, I was believing God for the impossible. I was going after more than enough. We even viewed a mansion. And anybody that knows anything about mansions, you're not supposed to be able to go into mansions or view mansions unless you show them receipts of you being able to afford and yada, 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 and all of the things, right? Remember, we was a brand new nonprofit. We hadn't had our 501c3 yet. But God made it so that we was able to go and view a mansion, right? And so I say all that to say, I was believing that anything was possible. I had my eyes set on Touch changing the world and doing great things. And I can't even tell you when things shifted and when I ain't gonna say I ever stopped believing, but I don't think I've gone hard. It's hard for things that I know God has put in me to pull out to be a blessing to the earth as I should have. And as I have, I believe God. Trust me, I believe God for the impossible, but I don't feel like my actions have lined up with that. So it's a new season, y'all. It's an unstoppable season. I was also talking about the difference between, like, the gifts and then what you are called to, the impact you're called to make. And so I have a lot of gifts. Everybody know I bake cookies, I bake cakes, I had Nina sweets, I can go down a long list. Publish books, speak, all types of stuff. I even had a business called Sitter on the Go, where I would do pick up and drop off, or people could call me to watch their kids at the drop off. I had, like, you name it, I probably didn't dip my finger in it. And don't talk about MLMs, baby. I've probably been a part of most of them, okay? But in this season, God had me to pull back on a whole lot of stuff. So that I can truly this year be hyper-focused. As Pastor Daniela would say, stupid hyper-focused. And he's organizing things in my life. And in this season, he's like, you can be unstoppable. You have the You Can brand. That's your thing. That's been my thing since Nina Motivates inception. And just being this unstoppable, like, life is gonna life. Things are gonna happen. But this time, you can't stop. You can't stop as a speaker. You can't stop changing lives with your voice, with telling your story, with sharing your hands, with sharing the different things. You can't stop. You don't got time to stop. And it's not just for me. It's for so many of us who have felt like, oh, I'm confused, I'm this, and that, or I just can't catch a break. Yes, you can. You gotta be unstoppable. You gotta love it's steps to it. When I say steps, he showed me the different steps he took me through, he's taken me through, and I'm sure it's even more. But we get too easily thrown off, and we gotta stop it. We gotta stop being thrown off, and we gotta go. We got to go. So more about being unstoppable, more about and it encompasses self-worth. It encompasses knowing your purpose, living in your purpose, not allowing anything or anyone to come up against your purpose, and being who God has called you to be. We're going to talk more about it soon.